Today I'll be showing you how to create a bullet chart in Excel. Bullet charts are really useful for showing how a metric is tracking toward its goal, but there's not a standard format in Excel for creating this graph. This is the chart we'll be creating. It uses mock sales data to show how 4 different regions are tracking against their goals, and also lets you know if the sales are low, on track, or exceeding the expectation. To recreate this chart, we'll start by creating the part you probably already know, which is the stacked column chart. To do that, we're just going to select the data for those 4 regions for the low, on track, and exceeding bands. Move over here to the Insert tab, select the column charts, and then select the stacked column chart. We can update these colors to better represent their meaning. Next, we need to add in the sales data. So while your chart is selected, you can just come up here and drag this data selection down to the next row to include sales. In order to make this bar appear on top of the other bars like it does in the final version, simply right-click and select Format Data Series. We'll move it to the secondary axis and increase the gap width so that it appears thinner. I'll update the color so that it matches our theme. And then the last bit of data that we need is the goal data. So again, just come over here to the data selection, drag it down a row, and now we want to make this bar look like our little horizontal line. To do that, we'll select the series, right-click, and select Change Series Chart Type. Navigate down to Goal, edit the selection from Stacked Column to Line with Markers. Select the series on the graph, and in the Format Data Series pane, select No Line, and in the marker, we can actually change the marker options to this horizontal line. The last thing we have to do is make sure our primary and secondary axes are aligned so the data isn't misrepresented. To do that, select the secondary axis, and under Axis Options, we can change the bounds to match the primary axis. Once that's done, we can hide the labels because now we don't need them.